So, okay, NAAFIRI, a champion that is forgotten as nobody plays her, extremely low play rate, boring as hell, nothing entertaining going in the kit, was supposed to be this cool, I'm gonna spawn dogs, and her whole gameplay is just throwing dagger, that's it. It's a complete failure, I think, one of the worst champ Riot has released in the last 4 or 5 years. Is getting already a midscope. Highlights: W swap to R swap to W. Both abilities have been returned for their new slots, or retuned. Casting W is better in combat, makes NAAFIRI untargetable, jungle clear, immobility, more pack mates passively, overall damage down, pack mates damage and defense down to account to increased numbers. So they're making her R and W swap, so they're making it like Diana or Tahm Kench. They did the same to Diana or Tahm Kench in the past, and it made the champions be better. I can kind of see like the vision behind this, right? What are the changes? Stats: HP 635 to last per level. HP regen also goes down, so a bit of worse here. Base stats. Maximum dogs 2 to 3 at level 1 to 9 to 2, 3, 4, 5 at level 1, 9, 12, 15. Okay, so she's gonna have more dogs overall, right? And this is like a lot better for mid lane NAAFIRI, because like you need to reach high levels, easier to do from mid lane and jungle usually. Pack mate damage a bit down to retune, pack mate health growth down a little bit, pack mate AoE damage reduction goes also down a little bit, so AoE spells clear the dogs easier. Pack mate tower damage up. Okay, so a lot more damage to towers. Pack mate now deals 155% damage to monsters. So this is the jungle mob clear, so they're gonna try to make her a jungler as well as a laner. Pack mate taunt duration 3 to 2. So I think this is like, this is if you hit a Q on enemy, how long the dogs stay on you, I believe, right? So it's gonna be less. Q damage first cast is down by 5. Q damage second cast down by 5. So losing a lot of damage. W swapped is now Call of the Pack, old R. NAAFIRI gains 1 second of untargetability on cast. So I saw a lot of people are going crazy over this. So the reason why they're putting untargetability on NAAFIRI is to try to make her cool, because she's just fucking boring. That's how I see it. Now, apparently you're going to be able to dodge tower shots with this. So, obviously some matchups are going to completely swing, because if you time NAAFIRI W well, you're going to block so much damage, right? You're also going to be able to dive with her, right? Especially from jungle role. If you're playing jungle NAAFIRI, she's going to be kind of like a mini Elise, where you can dive and then tank an additional tower shot and then block it with W. So this is going to be kind of hard to balance, but also like extremely high elo skewed. Hunt duration from 15 to 5. Okay, that makes sense. So she gets like 5 seconds of like true vision, right, with the W. Move speed is also mega nerfed, obviously. Bonus AD is also nerfed. I mean, it went from 5, 15, 25, 8 to 24 bonus AD to 20% total AD. It's probably a nerf, I would assume. Grants AD and MS immediately on cast, cooldown 20 to 16. So you're gonna max this last, because you get almost no incentive to max this second. Extra dogs goes to 2. Mana cost 40 down. Doesn't shield, doesn't grant pack mate health CD, doesn't grant vision. Okay, I thought it gave vision, it doesn't. So utility lost on the spell. And it also no longer resets on takedown, so you only get 1 W. Okay. E cooldown down by 1. Range up by 100. I kind of like that, because it felt like NAAFIRI E was way too short range, personally, from playing NAAFIRI. Initial damage also goes down by 20 and down by 40 later. Last scale. So a lot less damage on E. A lot less. Most of the damage on the champion just seems to be passive and Q. Dashes to cursor instead of always dashing full distance. Okay. There's some skill expression there. R swapped. All W. Can now be recast once if NAAFIRI scores a takedown within 7 seconds. So it's going to be resettable mechanic. So this is going to have like a moment where you can like maybe do a pentakill, right? W kill, W kill, W kill, W kill, W kill. Cooldown of the new R, 110 to 80. There's gonna be some haste on the champion. Mana cost also goes up. So far, like I'm seeing that, like, did Riot just make her have more mana cost? Like, am I missing something here? Because like W is 40 less. I guess it's like, it kind of makes up for W being, I think it's gonna be fine probably. Range 900, so a lot of range on this ability. Really easy gap close. Damage also goes up a lot, so it's gonna be like a burst spell. Is no longer blockable and can no longer be cast on minions. So this is interesting. Can no longer be cast on minions is a good and a bad thing. It's a bad thing sometimes when like a good player can like R on like a jungle camp or a minion and potentially escape. The good thing about this is that low elo players who misclick this are gonna misclick it less because you can no longer cast it on a minion. It's only once per cast. Oh, it can only be reset once. Okay. Oh, okay. So no longer blockable. No longer blockable. That's also very interesting because like it removes a layer of counterplay against NAAFIRI. And if this champion presses ult on an ADC, there's no way to block the spell. This kind of reminds me of what like Riot does this to a lot of ultimates. Right? Like for example, Vi ult. It's like on target, like she's how do you say it? Like unmovable? I forgot the word. Or like Malphite ult and stuff like that. Uninterruptible, unstoppable, yeah. So this champion with 900 range, like if she gets fat, I can kind of see that she's just gonna press R on an ADC and the ADC will just die. So people are gonna be frustrated, but you can already see that like as much as she's losing a lot of damage in the kit, satisfaction of playing NAAFIRI is for sure gonna be better. Like this is, like the way I read this is like 100% long term the champion would be better. Like maybe the numbers are gonna be too low and she loses so much win rate and she's gonna be dog shit. I can see that. But I think over many months where they rebalance her to like 50% win rate or whatever, this is just going to be long term better for the champion. She has more skill expression with the new W in general. Her E is higher range, which is gonna be good for the feels. And her R is just like, you know, like it can no longer be blocked and stuff like that. So it's also gonna be satisfaction up. So the way I see this is like, this is gonna be kind of similar to Swain, where they rework Swain and all the champion feels 3 times better to play than before. And I think this is going to make NAAFIRI 100% better. I like what I'm seeing here. However, very high chance the champion is still dogshit. Very high chance the champion is still very low elo skewed. Because the kit is just the kit, right? Like, this doesn't really change the fact that she has a terrible kit. What did Yamato say? As a former 1200 LP NAAFIRI player, and after playing it, I sadly have to inform you that this is a shade nerf to everything. No shield feels horrible. Her ultimate is absolutely useless in anything higher than gold. That's probably true. Her Q damage feels like it's halved. Her wolves do 0 damage even if they are more. What was the goal here? The only good thing is her double invulnerability, which isn't even compensating. That would be a fine change if her Q would get a buff. Her E also feels clunky now. I don't think the E is gonna be clunky.